Who will you serve? The God who brought you thus far, or the God into whose land you are about to enter? It seems like a no-brainer for the people who have just exited Egypt. But Joshua's question is asked in the shadow of that golden calf, so that the jury is still very much out on this people and what they will do. And history bears that question out. It keeps popping up. In the days of the monarchy, the question is asked again of the kings, who will you serve? Will you serve the God who put you on the throne? Or will you serve the God of the woman who warms your bed? It will be the crisis question of the exile. Who will you serve? The God of your ancestors? Or this God of Babylon? Again and again, it will haunt God's people. When the Greeks and later the Romans occupy Palestine, they will bring their gods to bear, and the question will arise again, as it does throughout the history of Judaism and Christianity. It is the question that confronts us at our baptisms. Who will you serve? On that day, the answer is clear, and it's taken out of our hands. No worry about golden calves anymore, for God has declared that we are his. And he brands us with the Son's cross, a permanent, indelible brand, that we might be reminded in those times of doubt and fear that we are his now and forever. We need not fear the golden calf. Now, it's not the golden calf that gets me in trouble, it's the bronze pigs. You know, those little things that keep creeping up on them. Like thinking that I have to take care of everything and everybody. Like perhaps maybe I'm God. Or that I need to have all the answers. Or that all depends on me. Or the greed, the wasteful living, the lying, the cheating, the stealing, the worrying about what the neighbor has and what I don't, the anger. All of these bronze pigs keep entering into my life and messing things up. It's really interesting as you read the Old Testament that the image of the golden calf really never shows up again. But when God's people are in trouble, when their life and their nation are on edge, the image that is used is the boar, the pig in the vineyard. It's not the big question that gets us in trouble, it's the little daily things that separate us from God and neighbor. And it's those things that muck up our lives, that cause the stink and the stench and the mess. And before long, our world looks a lot like a pigsty. The protection from the boar is clear. It is the fence that surrounds the vineyard. And as we heard last week, that fence is the law, shorthand 10 Commandments. As we tend those relationships with God and with our neighbor, in light of those laws, keeping them in mind, monitoring them, watching out for them in our society, we keep the pigs at bay. And we find order and calm and peace in the vineyard. God, when human bonds are broken, and we lack the love or will to restore the hope of healing, give us grace and make us still. Through that stillness with your Spirit, come into our world of stress. For the sake of Christ forgiving, all our failures we confess. You in us are bruised and broken. Hear us as we seek release from the pain of earlier living. Set us free and grant us peace. Send us, God of new beginnings, humbly hopeful into life. Use us as a means of blessing. Make us stronger. Give us faith. Give us faith to be more faithful. Give us hope to be more true. Give us love to go on learning. God encourage and renew.